Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. So today we are going to present the final report of our project involving the selling of CUWUTE throughout this semester. In this presentation, we will walk you through the overview of our final report on the project, including introduction, statistic, sales, profit and loss balance, the challenges and solutions we found during our sales, supportive evidence of our sales activity, and then the last one is personal reflection. First thing first, allow me to introduce the members of our team. We have
My name is Arief Arifin.
My name is Ariyo Putra.
my name is Hafni Naylanaja.
And my name is Amalia Ariella Mustazannah.
Next, moving on to the statistic result of our sales for the past couple of months this semester. We have sold our products in 4 batch or weeks using both pre-order and on-the-spot methods of sales. The first two sales was on March and then the rest was on May. We have sold 96 cups of CUWUTE in total, and we can tell by the statistic graph of our sales. The first week, we have sold 24 cups of CUWUTE, and in the second week, we have sold 37 cups, and then the third week, we have sold 16 cups, and then the last week of our sales, we have sold 19 cups of CUWUTE. In result, we conclude that the first 2 weeks of our sales was our peak period of project. It was primarily because the month of Ramadan, a time when we met the target market for this refreshing sweet drinks as CUWUTE, which was highly sought by the people to break iftar. Although the sales were not as high as the Ramadan period, we still managed to sell our products consistently even after Ramadan in the last 2 weeks. This shows that our product has the potential to attract customers all year, especially in Indonesia's hot climate. We learned that we can improve our marketing to keep sales steady throughout the business. And then the next.
All right, now I will explain to you our profit and loss balance sheet. So for our income, as you can see, in our first batch, we managed to gain 147,000 rupiahs. In our batch 2, we managed to gain 223,000 rupiahs. In batch 3, 115,000 rupiahs. And in batch 4, we managed to gain 136,000 rupiahs, which totals in 621,000 rupiahs. All right, now moving on to our expenses. This is the expenses of our production cost, which in batch 1, we have 114,000 rupiahs. In batch 2, we have 500,000 rupiahs, sorry. And then in batch 3 is 64,500 rupiahs. In batch 4, it is 60,500 rupiahs, which total for our the expenses of our production cost is 352,500 rupiahs. And then in the next slide is our expenses of wage and transport for each of the members of the group. We decided to give each person 40,000 rupiahs for this selling in the semester, and then 10,000 rupiahs per person for the transport, which totals to 200,000 rupiahs. So, in conclusion, the income that we get is 621,000 rupiahs, and the expenses from our production costs and our wage and transport, it is 552,500 rupiahs, and we gain a profit of 68,500 rupiahs. Thank you.
This slide shows our challenges and solutions. First, we were unable to sell during first week. Then class schedules varied and often changed. We also faced rain and unsold product in one location. Adjusting time and place for selling was challenging, and we had issues with selling permits. To overcome this, we improved communication among team members, helped and substituted for each other, went around to sell the product despite the rain, adjusted schedules and choose more flexible locations, and submitted an official letter to get selling permission. Next, please. This slide shows our sporting evidence of activity. It includes sales documentation, our social media, our logo, and promotional materials. As you can see, the slide also includes some images as visual proof of these activities.
Okay, the last sections is personal reflections. In these sections, we are obligated to answer these following questions. The first one are, what have we learned from this course? Okay, so the first one would be entrepreneurship. Through this opportunity, we were given the chance to know how to create our own product, how to open and manage a business, and how to utilize our ideas and creativities that are applicable to the business. The second one would be finance. We acquire a lot of insight on how to handle our finance in the business. The third lesson that we learn is teamwork. We learn how to work together as a team from every kind of aspects, like communication, brainstorming, and so on. We gain an understanding of putting or adjusting different opinion and ideas to create synergy. The last one would be passions. Passions. We were faced by many challenges, like Arif has said before, those such as our lack of coordinations, especially about area rental permit, and our inadequacy of knowledge about things that we were supposed to buy. We learned how to solve it together, cautiously as a team, with a lot of passions amidst the nerve testing occasions. The second questions would be what lesson that will apply in the future? And our answer to these questions is all the lesson we gain. We believe that each lesson is valuable and relevant for our future, especially if we were to start our own business. We believe the lesson would be very necessary in every aspects they are. The third questions would be personal opinion on entrepreneurship. Based on the events that we've been through, we can conclude that being an entrepreneur is definitely not an easy job. It requires a lot of considerations, insights, knowledges, and it takes a lot of time. The last one is our suggestions on this course or on this course's lecture. It would be better if we got more proper guidance and were supervised enough through the early process of our sales. Additionally, we believe our sales performance would be considered of higher quality if we were given more time and not to rush to do the preparations and considerations. That's from me, thank you.
And for the closing remark, I would say that this project has given us valuable experience in selling and marketing. We learn important things about timing, understanding our target market, and adapting to seasonal trends, and not to mention any other valuable skills such as teamwork and patience. And we hope that it can be useful for future entrepreneurship activities. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.